right, hi again, everyone. I'm Richard Santos with the Land and Living team at Keller Williams Upstate New York Properties, and thanks for joining me for another real estate recon. Today, what I'm doing is I'm doing a walk of this almost exactly 100-acre opportunity out in Butternuts, New York. This is 233 Chicken Farm Road. It's actually two tax parcels. One is 15 acres in the back, kind of this really nice hilltop lot, but that one is adjacent to the one that has all the road frontage, which is 84.55 acres. What I will do today is I'm going to take a hike of the entire mostly rectangle shaped parcel. I'll start on this western portion. There is an old house that is just through the trees here. It's in very poor condition. The house is not being represented in this sale. We're selling this as land with everything that is on it. So there is the old house, which is a tear down, and there is also some logging debris, and there is also a bunch of old farm equipment right into this foot of this woods here. So this was probably a farm, obviously, at some point in the past. Being an estate, this is not going to be cleaned out or taken care of. This is just going to be sold as is, and the price has taken that into consideration. The lay of the land is essentially we have this nice little semi-access road here. Our road frontage goes down this road for, I believe it's 600 or 700 feet. It just drops down a little tiny dip, and then you actually do at the far end, we'll finish the video with that, but there's a right-of-way also that comes in from this road, and it splits two private properties, and it goes back along between the neighbor's pond and the nice pond that's on this lot. All right, so I just walked a few feet off the road now. What we're looking at through this little tree line is there's a really nice open meadow right up there near that pine tree, the kind of the base of the meadow, and then really nice open area. I will get into that and I will showcase that because I think that's a stunningly nice spot for like a solar house or a house that would probably have amazing southerly views. I'll take this little trail up here. I'll loop around. There is a modern Amish shed just for a storage shed. We'll take a look at this house. I'm not going to go inside. It's in very poor condition. And then what I'll do is I'll go up the hill. There's this lovely ridge top woods. You actually have like a 360-degree wooded hilltop back there. And then we'll drop down the slope, and then we'll hug in from that right-of-way road. We'll check out the pond, and we'll finish off our loop. So that's kind of a long summary intro. I'm going to stitch over little bits of video and maps to make sense of that. And then if you want to do the extended part, then hang out with me and we'll check it out. All right, so obviously, you know, this old home site needs a lot of cleanup and a little reimagining, but it has potential to be an awesome spot, actually. You've got this little modern shed here. I don't have a key for this, but it's probably just a little short storage shed. Yeah, I mean, this is the remains of the house. I know we're staring into some nasty sun. I will try to get into some better spots, but this thing is completely falling over. Amazing, amazing. So there actually is a well here. So that's cool. You actually do have a well, which is again, I'm not making any assumptions, but it exists, right? There's a thing here that is a well. It's just a matter of huge demolition project, cleanup project, potential home site on this nice ledge here with seasonally amazing long distance views. And again, that main meadow that I'm referring to that we'll get to in a minute is up there, and that is also a absolutely gorgeous spot. The difference is there's no well up there right now. So this would be your most functional starting spot. This stone foundation, it's pretty blown out. This poor house, it probably was super nice back in the day. So actually right here is another little entry off of that right-of-way road. And I'm seeing this utility line now. So, you know, it's a phone line, but that buried phone service through here. So unfortunately, I have to admit that I didn't pull the deed and read it prior to taking this hike. So I don't actually know if this little roadway, which does go along the base, the southern base of the westerly part of this lot. But typically these farm roads were kind of a split right of way. Amazing. So obviously old house, Amish barn, old stone wall. Not sure if there was a barn right here maybe. Another old structure falling down here. There's a little old outhouse. Just, it's mesmerizing. in the solitude of it, it's something to, it's really something to soak in. This is going to be a super long video if I keep showing you all this stuff, but I just want to point out how absolutely amazingly flat this section I'm on right now is. This is super gorgeous, lower woodland, almost pan level right now. This is an estate, and the executors have done a little bit of tree cutting, so this is relatively recent. But again, man alive, if you wanted to like put a series of cabins on this property, you can have one tucked in this corner. Goodness gracious. Here's our survey pin. I'll document this because I always like to. Survey pin there, rock wall here, following the rock wall down. Old house is straight ahead. Uphill is up here. Pond is over the ridge way over there. Let's hike it. All right, I just walked up that first elevation gain. So a little scramble up here. I'm on the lip of this rock outcropping, and then, but the coolest thing is another probably acre and a half right here that's like gosh darn level. This would be a fantastic spot for like a little campsite or a cabin site right up here. I mean, you have westerly views on this side, seasonal, southerly views. We are just about on that ridge, that hilltop right now. Well, I am basically on the hilltop. So cool. That is like east northeast. You lose a little bit because of the thick trees here. That's almost south, you know, southwest and west, and you lose a little bit northwesterly views because it's thicker over there. But I'm on the southern section of that ridge, that hill ridge. Just seconds ago said I wasn't seeing a lot of logging trails, but here is a proper trail here. This is passing through, and then yeah, like that's a proper log road. I just wanted to show one last glimpse of this upland hilltop. All these ferns, they're brown now because we're in the fall, but man, all summer long that would be like nice green lush ferns. You could easily clear out some of these deadfall and have just an absolutely gorgeous like nature trail. It's just a little dug pond for probably cattle to drink from back in the day. But yeah, served its purpose. Corner of this grazing lot. All right, so this logging road here is actually headed southish now, so I'm not sure. That might actually end up popping up into that big perfect meadow that I'm gonna finish with. So hang tight. I think that's where this road will go to, finally out into this little open meadow here. Now, this doesn't register on any wetland maps, but it is a little odd to have just an open meadow in the middle of what is woods. So it's gorgeous, but it might hold a little bit of groundwater here at times. But we've made it to that corner, and then that is our north boundary line. And then this is that triangle line, and this is that right-of-way road I kept referring to. Then this is a solid, like 12, 14 foot wide road. And I believe it's pretty consistent all the way to Chicken Farm Road. I did forget to mention in the very beginning, at the roadside, I'll show you when we get out to the proper road. This road goes all the way out to Chicken Farm Road, and there are like snowmobile sign trail markers. So I believe this is an allowed usage from the owners to use this as a snowmobile trail. Here's another indicator. So there's that trail, which is then turning off of our lot onto the neighbor's property there. But this section from here out to the road is a snowmobile access trail. A couple of nice, there's a stone foundation here. Ooh, check this out. This is an old building. I know it. Hang on. It's a cool old stone foundation, barn or cabin or sap house. There's actually a room behind me. This may have been an actual dwelling, and they may have used that road to get back into this. The pond is just up through there. Couple of huge old maples too. This is another just stunningly nice little section. And I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is clean. Like, this is a clean pond. Holy cow. I don't know if I'm doing it justice with this angle here. I'm gonna walk around the whole thing. You've got this little island, another little rock outcropping at the south side. All right, we are just about rounding this one off. Just a few more features to talk about. That access road that I've been speaking of is just through there. That is headed south towards the Chicken Farm Road that we've been talking about. And then here's that pond that I just did a little bit with. Gorgeous, honestly. I don't think the photo or the lighting does it justice. It's just a super cool spot. So again, one of the main logging roads coming from north towards us south. Really nice little mini hilltop here of mixed deciduous and pines. Could have a little cabin even right up here, but what I'm gonna get you to is this is where we open out into the top of our meadow. The focal view of this camera is pretty wide, so I don't know how much specifics you're seeing, but there are, like from here, you can see some very distant peak over there, and you're seeing a really nice distant southerly ridgeline. So this meadow would get tremendous daytime sun all year round. Even in a low winter arc, you're getting sun the whole day, which is really cool. Super nice meadow. If it were me, I would absolutely bring my driveway up through here and pop my house right in the top quadrant of this meadow, and I would just enjoy my life, because it would be pretty special up here. Bonus content time. The chicken farm road is right up there, and as I'm coming down here, this is the first set of like rock outcroppings apart from that far section where we were above the house. But there's like a little cluster of these neat boulders here. It's just kind of fun. Like, again, you could have a super fun, just like a nature trail right off the road, just kind of zigzagging through these. Yeah, oh, what a fun little spot. So this is the chicken farm road itself. It is a town maintained gravel road, very pretty road actually. This is our road frontage here. This is our property here. The curve is up there. So this is that entry to the eastern property boundary. A couple of snowmobile trail markers, and then a log down across the road, so no one's driving it. But that should be your access point to that entire eastern property boundary. Your pond is just down there and in a little bit. Secondary access right down here to get into the trail network, and then primary access around the corner there. And then to the left would have been the house site. As always, I want to say thank you so much for tagging along with me on this real estate recon of this 99.55 acre 2-tax parcel opportunity, 233 Chicken Farm Road in Butternuts, New York. If you're interested in this, please give me a call. Richard Santos with the Land and Living team at Keller Williams Upstate New York Properties, 607-222-6867, or email me, richardsantos@kw.com. I'd love to talk with you about this property in specific or any of your real estate interests. Thank you so much. Take care.